Is it a case this week of the coaches having to be grumpy, or do you allow some of the senior players to be a little bit toey after the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, look, the Crusaders game we actually played pretty well, and we got a couple of little things right. It would have been maybe a different result. So, we weren't very happy the way we went last week, and yeah, but the Blues aren't a bad side, are they? And they've pushed all the Kiwi sides, and so we're just more disappointed with our inability to build pressure. We had 36% ball, I think, 40% territory. So we lost a lot of key numbers, but there's some simple shifts we think we can make that will make a difference this weekend, and hopefully we'll see that.
Is it as simple just as trying to work on the concentration levels? Is it just little moments in the game? Is that where you're at?
I mean, look, we lost the penalty count 11-4-2, and as we mentioned, four of them were sort of 50-50, but 7 of them weren't clever. And so we've got to take the referee out of the game and maybe paint better pictures.
Dave, can you give us an injury update on Charlie?
Yeah, we're not considering Charlie this week. So he saw a specialist last week who recommended that he be unavailable this week, and chances are be available for Hurricanes. But he's good. He feels good. He's been training fully, and so again, we're going to be cautious and take the advice of the expert.
Stephen Donald wasn't available today for media. How's he doing as he tries to recover from his concussion?
Yeah, he's clear. So assuming he gets through the contact stuff today, then he'll be available this weekend.
And Sam McNichol?
No. So he still had symptoms late last week, so we decided not to consider him for this, but he's really close. We'd expect him to be available next week.
Just on Charlie, so seen a specialist, so that's slightly different to obviously normal circumstances?
No, it's a person that he's been dealing with throughout, so yeah, we just want to make sure that we get this right. But he's been good, to be honest, he's been good for the last probably 10 days. And so the advice was 3 weeks, and then maybe available for the Hurricanes.
Tim Williams with his ankle on the weekend. What's the latest there?
He's a chance. So he's bounced back reasonably well, but we won't know till Thursday. He'll have to get through training on Thursday to be available.
Tony Pulu with the hamstring?
Tony's good.
Good to go?
Yep.
Dave, why do the Waratahs give the Chiefs so much trouble?
They're a pretty good side. Scored 16 tries against the 4 Kiwi sides they've played so far. They got some big athletes and so on. So, yeah, they're a team that we've probably battled with, in particular over in Oz. I don't think we've ever lost them here in Hamilton, so maybe that's a good omen. But certainly we lost them Taranaki a couple of years ago, and when they won the title, and then we were pretty poor last year against them. So we're going to have to be a hell of a lot better, especially defensively.
Given the fact they're a team that can get up in your grill, can get quite niggly as well, given the way that game played out at Eden Park last Friday night, is that in a way, would that be quite timely just to remind about the discipline and staying calm, not letting those sort of things get under your skin?
Yeah, look, I think last week there was I think what the guys were most fired up about was the cheap shot on Damien, which for some reason went undetected. So that's why we had 2 or 3 of the guys trying to tell the referee to go back and have another look, but the TMO decided there was nothing in it. So, again, all we're asking for around that is consistency. Johnny Foley got a 4-week suspension for something that was far less than 100 things I've seen in other games. So that was their frustration.
So did you think there was head contact in that one? On the angle, it looked like he might have had contact with the chest?
No, he got it in the head.
What about Nepo Valmama though? Because if you look at the footage, he's doing a wee bit of stuff off the ball as well.
I reckon, Mike, you got to look at all games. I don't know if you always talk about us. Watch every game, and there are guys getting driven 5 metres out the back of rucks, and it's a collision sport. And if they manage to stay on their feet for one pace, they get driven out further, and it looks worse. But I don't know how many times we had guys, Tawara, Kurbalo especially, being held at the back of rucks and so on. It's part of a game that the referees and TJs need to tidy up, but we're no more guilty than anyone else.
Yeah. Is it, would there be rule changes or things like that can be done for that, or is it more just an interpretation type thing with the guys on the field?
I still reckon we've got to make the game easier to the referee, and so we've talked a bit about this, and sounds like it'll come in beyond the line series that an NPC that tackler can't get up and play the ball, and I think you tidy up one side of the ruck, it'll be easier for the referee then to adjudicate on the other side of it. And you know, it's a tough game to referee in it, confusing for most of us watching at times. So, you know, hopefully we can tie it up, make it easier for everyone.
Dave, just on Joe Weber running around, moving away from this other discussion, what's the go with Joseph?
He's just in as a replacement with the injuries we got. We've had obviously Glenn Fasea here, Sam McNichol, and so on and so on. So he's in as a bit of cover, and obviously we've had a fair bit to do with Joe over the years, New Zealand Sevens, but he's very similar to a guy like Tim and Sam McNichol, who plays sort of centre wing fullback. So yeah, good to have him in.
You released Bosch here to the Barbarians, so sort of happy with Carpick probably coming back into the mix?
Yeah, just a great opportunity for Lockie to play against the Lions early, and yeah, we've got reasonable depth in that spot, so yeah, it's good. You know, he might get another look at them in a couple of weeks' time.
Dave, Joe Weber's cover, where would you see Lili Masanga still as a winger if there was significant injuries?
Yeah, so yeah, Flash definitely just a winger. He convinced the coaches in Japan, obviously, that he was a centre, but there wouldn't have been too many wingers outside him. He touched the ball, so we'll leave him wide. Not renowned for his passing.
In terms of the conference situation, I suppose top spots do you kind of put that to the side now? It's basically a shootout, Cape Town or Canberra. Do you kind of look at it that way? Likely, isn't it? But the key is play well this week. See what happens by the end of the weekend. If the Highlanders knock over the Crusaders, maybe the picture changes a bit. But you'd need a couple of results to go away, and we'd need to get maximum points. So at this stage, we're probably scrapping over fifth.